My name's Caitlyn, Broussard, and I am a mother of twin girls who are both special needs, but in different ways. Layla has level 3 autism, and she was diagnosed at 2 years old. And then Quinn is um was diagnosed with group B streptococcus meningitis at 3 months old. And we got into early intervention because when Quinn was in the hospital after a really hard night, she kind of started receiving services like physical therapy because she couldn't use the right side of her body. And we continued services once home from the hospital with early intervention. And then as we kind of progressed and saw the autism with Layla, she also got services through early intervention. So both girls receive things like Peachy, ARPI, speech. Quinn is hard of hearing in her 1 year, so she received um, developmental therapy for hearing also, and I think that's and DT. Mhm. I prefer in person, especially with early intervention, because most of our kiddos are 3 and under. It's really hard for them to keep, their attention span is only for so much time. And then to keep them, and as a parent, you want to try to limit screen time. So then to have that in person interaction, um, it's good because again, with COVID and all of those things happening during their early childhood um experience, we were trying to limit interaction with small children, but it's good for children to have interaction with other people other than their close family. So we did want the in person as much as possible. And we even have done like toddler time or even where we've had our therapist come with us to like rock the spectrum in Shorewood just to get some of that outside exposure, especially with the autism. Sometimes big groups are hard and we work on that with them. Um, Even toddler time, we tried at different libraries because some are very more populated and some are a little less populated. That trying both of those things and having therapies come and kind of help with that as well too. I love our team. Yes, so we've increased kinds of therapies through time. At first, Layla wasn't delayed enough to receive services, but because her twin sister was, and then we even picked up more. Like it started with just PTOT, then we added speech, then we added DT, then we got the diagnosis of the hearing loss, then we added the VC8. They feel like family, and they're even very close to that mark where we're aging out of early intervention. And it's still like we're gonna still hang out, right? And have play dates and stuff. Or like they still want to see them progress because they've been with them from so little. And it's like we're getting continued service over the summer and they're like, can I it's still okay to come next week because we only get so many more sessions. They really want to be there. And even our coordinator, Julia, she's even amazing in making sure we have everything we need and we understand our rights and that the therapists make us feel like we understand what we are allowed to have or what to do or like incorporate into the daily life, or if it is too much, we can back off. And or do you feel like your child's getting everything they need? They honestly just make sure we're feeling comfortable in every aspect of life. I mean, we've received things such as equipment like a Z5 for Layla or the SMOs or even a hearing aid for Quinn. And we were having struggles with getting the hearing aid with our private audiologist, and early intervention helped us get with their audiologist and their ability to help us with the hearing aid and then even help us with the transition with DSCC to be able to continue services with hearing aid. Um, we also hand for hope and even going to the Illinois School for the Deaf and making sure that we have those connections or puns. They've helped us with a few virtual um seminars, even within puns, within Hands for Hope, within, I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of all the resources they've helped us with. Even um sometimes even our providers like PT, OT, etc. will say, I'll ask for their recommendations. And they're like, well, my professional, I have a few kiddos that go to this eye doctor and they do really well with special needs or understanding or pediatrics. Like, um, just, I mean, so many things, so many things. So we also get an email of the early intervention handout that is every month with like activities we can do as a family, even outside of early intervention, platform. There's, petting zoos and things like that, or therapeutic horse riding they have with each county. So it's not overwhelming. It's not where I have to like sit at a webinar and get all this information. I can kind of read that monthly brochure at my own pace when the kids are napping or when, they're having screen time or whatever outside. It's not like the information is crammed down your throat because it is so much, and you do kind of sometimes can feel overwhelmed by like the information you're getting or not feeling like you have enough resources and then all of a sudden getting combated with a ton. It's slow, like I'm talking over a 3-year period, from 3 months to 3 years old. It's not like this has just been like, here's all your resources, you're getting kicked out of early intervention. It's been a slow progression, getting in with the Facebook group of other families so we can find our kind of community within that in early intervention. So much so that I even brought my best friend's little girl into early intervention. Um, because we don't want to leave our kids left behind or falling in the cracks of the systems. So getting those resources throughout the experience rather than just being bombarded and feeling like overwhelmed or but also not feeling like you have to ask for them. They're given to you as they're asking with you the resources. Um and at what pace you want them. That email we get every month from early intervention, which moms should definitely ask their case managers to get them on that list because it is super informative. It has that Facebook link. It has that to get to the clearinghouse, to get all that information, and they coincide. Like, I love that it came to our door. I didn't have to go anywhere. It came right to me. I just had to be like, hey, can I have this? And you're like, yeah, here you go. Super easy. Um, that email has so much information with some of it seems repetitive and some of it is brand new for what stage you're at with your kiddo. So it just is super informative. And I liked that it wasn't just like, here's what to read with your kid. It was like, here's information for you to help you be a better parent. And here's information for your family to all be better together. I don't think any mom doesn't fully feel ready for preschool, even if their little ones are. Um, so that, like the first day, we're obviously a little scared. I think any parent, special needs or not, is a little worried about that first day of school. Do I feel like my team supported me in the process of getting IEPs? If I didn't agree with the IEP, they definitely helped me find advocates that I can work with to help through the year also. Like, they didn't just kick us out of the nest of early intervention. Um, the girl's birthday does fall in the summer, so I was worried about having from June to August nothing, and how am I going to make sure that they're not falling behind before starting a completely different program? And that's when our coordinator made sure I knew, like, you won't fall between the cracks. You will be able to progress through this. And then those other resources like DSCC, like Hands for Hope, like all of the other little things where, because it does feel like, why does it stop at 3? But it's not that it stops at 3. It's that they're going to help you transition so that you don't just go to kindergarten, like, where am I? It's that middle ground, and it does feel like unlevel ground. You feel like a little, but they're really trying to help transition that so that the kids and the families can kind of walk on their own eventually. Speak up. I wish I knew from the very beginning, and I have been pretty good at being an advocate, but sometimes, and I've even heard this from other moms, that sometimes we're a little scared because love our providers, but we're scared to ask for more, but don't be scared. Say it nicely and you get more bees with honey. Speak your mind, but also ask for advice. And your no question is a dumb question. Just keep asking, and they're professionals. We're not. It's okay to ask their opinion because they we get kids and we're not given a manual, and they are our manuals and we should use them. And so don't be scared to ask the question from the professionals because they're professionals. Just ask the question, no matter how stupid you think you're gonna sound. We as special needs parents have to become almost specialists of our children and what their needs may be, whether it's autism, hearing loss, whatever it is. In this inclusive special needs parents world, we have to become advocates, we have to become doctors, we have to become therapists, we have to be all these things. That reaching out to these resources is vital to prosper, grow, and be better for our kids. And whether it's books being delivered or resources for equipment, early intervention, whatever it may be, these resources are vital for us to keep being the warriors we have to be for our kids.